about it. Today's presentation is going to be a virtual information session for the Mid-Atlantic region, brought to you by Fidelity Investments. I'm David Testerman. I'm a managing partner with Broker Hunter, and I'm going to be the moderator for today's presentation, and will also help facilitate Q&A at the end. Before we get started and I introduce our first speaker, I want to take a moment and introduce Ryan Neal with Zoom, who's going to go over some details on how to ask questions and any technical details before we get started in the live presentation. Ryan?
Well, thank you, David. As well, at the bottom of the Zoom viewing screen, everyone, you'll see audio settings and Q&A. Click on audio settings to ensure your preferred audio device is selected in the Select a Speaker section, so you can listen to the audio of today's event. There will be a Q&A portion during today's event, so please use the Q&A function to input any questions you may have throughout. We will address as many questions as possible during the Q&A portion. A couple things to note: all participant audio is set to listen only, and this event is being recorded. And David, I'll pass it right back to you.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Ryan. That's great. That's basically the housekeeping items, and we're taking care of that. So today I'd like to introduce our first speaker in the presentation. It's going to be a Mr. Alex Arensmeyer. He is the branch manager for the Arlington, Virginia branch with Fidelity Investments. Alex, the floor is yours.
Great. Thank you very much. Thanks, David. I want to thank everybody for being here and joining with us today. We really appreciate the time to chat with you, tell us a little bit, and we're going to tell you a little bit about Fidelity Investments. Again, we are talking about Fidelity here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Everybody that I'm going to go through and introduce here in a moment is actually in the greater Washington, D.C. area. However, all the content and everything that we're going to discuss about Fidelity applies to us here locally and then throughout the U.S. So if there's some folks joining from all parts of the country, we're happy to have you. We'll chat a little bit more about what Fidelity is and what we can offer. I'd like to start off with our other panelists besides myself, just a quick introduction. John Wasilowski will be joining us. John is the market leader of the DC greater area. He also is the branch manager in Reston, Virginia. We'll also hear from Jessica Procaccini. Jessica is the branch manager in Alexandria, Virginia. We'll hear from Wendy Shee. Wendy is the branch manager in Washington, DC. And we'll also hear from Charlie Romero. Charlie, the branch manager in Tysons Corner, Virginia. So again, thank you very much. Just quick on the agenda, what we're going to go over and talk about here with you today. The idea is we have a couple slides that we want to share that talk a little bit about Fidelity, what it is, what we do, maybe 20, 30 minutes roughly that we'll share on that. And then we're going to open up to Q&A. We'd love to hear from you, things that are in your mind, questions that you might have. So we'll talk a little bit about what we are, building your career here at Fidelity, and some of the benefits that we have, and really wrap up with why Fidelity, why is Fidelity a great fit. So with that, I want to turn over, let's start with John Wasilowski, if you don't mind. John, can you take us into talk a little bit about who Fidelity is?
Great, thanks, Alex. Just once again, my name is John Wasilowski. I'm the market leader here in the DC metro area. And maybe a little bit about myself. I started at Fidelity as a college intern. I've been here for over 26 years. I've had the opportunity to work in a variety of roles and a variety of locations, say stretching from coast to coast, starting as an intern in sunny San Diego, all the way out here today to our nation's capital. And one of the things that I really am most proud of is being part of our associates' lives, helping them grow in their careers and really make a true impact on our clients' lives. So, with that, who is Fidelity Investments? Well, Fidelity Investments, we're a privately held company, and we've been that for more than 70 years. Our company was founded back in 1946 as Fidelity Management and Research. We really, truly, the thing that I love is we have a completely differentiated business model, and I'll talk about that here in a second on the next slide. But we provide you with an existing client base and institutional feeders of business that's really unmatched in the industry. When I think about Fidelity, the next word comes right there. It's industry leader when it comes to innovation. We're committed to investing significantly in the use of technology on how we innovate with the employee and the customer experience. And we're relentless when it comes to the commitment to our clients. The client is at the center of everything that we do. And truly, our greatest asset is you, the people who work for Fidelity. Fidelity is a career, it's not a job. And if you think back to that example, as I mentioned, as that college intern, 26 years later, I still find myself back here at Fidelity. When you think of the average tenure at Fidelity, it's pretty significant. When we look at our our vice president financial consultant roles, it generally averages 12 plus years here with the firm. I don't know a lot of firms that could say that out there. When I think of our folks that work for us, we really believe in a couple things. One, we believe in training. The training is done not only in branch, but regionally and nationally, as well as virtually. We also believe in support with our advisors. You're not left out there on an island. We have a team of specialists in branch as well as nationally and service support that allows you to do what you do best, which is to talk to our clients. We believe in compensation and the right model. We offer a variety of bonus and different incentive programs as part of a really competitive package. We also believe that, hey, this is a career, as I've talked to you about. We encourage you to want to grow and advance your career in really ways that work for you, whether it's here locally in the Mid-Atlantic or anywhere else within the United States. So with that, let's talk about the Fidelity Advantage. You flip to the next slide there, Alex. Thank you. So there's three things when I think of working at Fidelity, what the real big advantage is. One is the business model, two is the opportunity alignment, and then three is the stability, which I talked about earlier before. The business model. Our model and scale allows us to hand you, as the advisor, a book of business, which is typically around 400 to 500 households with $500,000 or more assets at Fidelity. I don't know a lot of firms that could say that on day one, stepping in, you have the opportunity to engage with clients and not have to worry truly about prospecting. The opportunity alignment. When you think about that, we've strategically aligned our business to the vast opportunity which exists today within Fidelity's unique marketing environment. And then stability. I've talked about that stability. Our business model allows our advisors to do what they do best, and that's build those deep relationships. We have significant tenure within our advisor ranks, and that's at 12 plus years. So I'm going to hand it over to Jessica Procaccini. Jessica runs our Alexandria office to tell you a little bit more about us.
Awesome. Thanks, John. Much appreciated. Like you said, my name is Jess Procaccini. I actually have been at the firm for a little over 12 years. A little bit about me, we'll go with professionally first, is I actually started in one of those regional centers that we were talking about across the country in Alexandria. It was actually in Covington, Kentucky. Worked my way up through those ranks and then made my way down here, and I'll call it almost like a coming home about 3 years ago as one of our regional planning consultants, because I went to college at American University. So from there, we're talking personally, I actually live here in the area. So it's about a mile away from this office, which is pretty amazing to be able to live and work in the community. So what we're going to be talking about here on my piece is really going over our products, our service offerings. What you see on the screen is just an overview of all the wealth planning opportunities that we do here. When most people think about Fidelity, it's probably that middle column that you see where it says workplace investments, our 401ks. But as you can see on the screen, there's a lot of other things that we do. That is not the only piece that we're doing inside of here. So starting with our investment strategy, you can see that we do a variety of stuff around asset allocation. That's here at the firm. We actually have our strategic advisors group that can help manage assets across a variety of different places. Not only do we have what we do here, we actually partner with outside companies when it comes to different types of tactical management, if it's not something that we offer. We help clients with tax sensitive strategies. We help them understand what's the right asset location and how should they be investing in that space. We move over to our retirement planning. This is at the heart of what we do every single day. Everything starts with the retirement plan. We sit down and we meet with our clients. We use our proprietary software to actually get a stress test of their portfolio, really understand where's the money today and where do we need it to grow to do what they need it to do for the future. And then as we take a look along the way, you see income protection. That's something that we can help them determine. What do they need to do? How can we do that? We partner with our own firm, we have some stuff here internally, but we also partner with a variety of different providers in order to get the clients exactly what they need to fit into a holistic retirement plan that everyone should have. When we think of asset protection, that's the unique one as you drop down into that. It starts to look into, we actually partner with estate planning attorneys to say, let's review your documents. We don't actually write the documents, but that doesn't mean we can't take what you have, take a look at it and say, is it actually doing what you intend it to do? And we have that availability right here on staff as part of your team. If you're working here at Fidelity, you have a whole team around you doing this type of stuff to help you provide the best service to your clients. And really that family assistance at the tail end provides you with that family conversation. It's really easy to talk about, let's sit down and talk about your assets, but the hard part is what happens upon your passing, and really having that conversation to say, man, what should we do with this? And we give you all the tools and arm you with what you need to be able to sit down with your clients and know that by coming into the Fidelity office, you're going to get everything you need in order to provide the exact solution that a client is going to need to walk out of here to meet all of their long-term goals. And you see the stuff John touched on at the bottom. You can see referrals, lead follow-up, walk-ins, local events. It is something that's unique to Fidelity that you're coming in, you're given the clients that have accounts here with us, which then from there, getting referrals from those people, it isn't like a lot of other places where you're going out and drumming up that business. We do have a lot of that right here and a lot of clients that need help right here, right now. And this gives you the opportunity to do that. So that's a brief overview, and we can certainly hit on anything in more detail. But as you think about Fidelity, it really is a holistic place that, you know, when you come in, you have the ability to find out what your clients need to do. And then you have all these different pieces that you can put together to create the most optimal plan for your clients and feel confident that they're going to be able to succeed going forward because of the stuff that you've provided to them. With that, I'll actually just kick it right on over to Wendy Shi to talk a little bit more for us around the branch life itself. She is our branch manager in the Washington, D.C. branch.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to have this opportunity to share our branch life. Yeah, my name is Wendy Shi. I'm the branch manager at downtown DC, 1900 K Street. My background is a little unique. I've been with Fidelity for 9 years. Prior with Fidelity, I worked both in investment banking and consulting industry. I was born, raised in China, came to States 15 years ago for my graduate school. When I started work at Fidelity, I started as a financial representative at the front counter with a very, very clear intention. This is just a short term for my license. But 9 years later, I couldn't picture myself to be with anybody else, anywhere else, because this is not only, that's why I'm transitioning into why I won't stay here, and why branch life is why so many associates enjoy working with Fidelity. You know, at our branch, our first and foremost focus always trying to do what is the best for our client by solving their challenges and helping them to plan to save for their future, right? I can summarize our branch life as welcoming, supporting, collaborative, and fun, with a common mission is to provide the best financial service experience for our clients. So I'll quickly cover 4 aspects. The first one is we focus on building client relationships. Clients come to Fidelity is because they trust our name. They know we can helping them to solve their financial needs. And there's no cold calling. You don't need to call your friends, family to come to in order to make yourself successful. We have a limited resource. Clients, leads come to Fidelity, need our help. And all you need focus is to create a deeper relationship to become that primary advisor for them. And number 2 I want to cover is the team working environment. As I share that I work with different branches for the past 9 years. In every single team, I feel the sense of supporting team, strong teamwork, strong culture, and most importantly, everybody's it's very clear with our responsibility to do the right thing for our client. And that also gave you the sense of fulfillment. What you do is right for a client, and with all the support. So I personally grow dramatically, personally and professionally. Third one, I want to share a little bit about diversity. You know, what I'm super proud of working for Fidelity is because I know Fidelity firmly believes diversity is not just checking box. It's not just gender, race, or a checking box process. It is, we embrace all kinds of experiences and perspectives. Myself, as example, is I feel not only I can freely share my opinions, perspective with my managers, mentors, but also I feel safe to share my opinion perspectives. So Fidelity, all the focus on diversity is because everything we do is because we know we provide client space is diverse. That's why we want to have diverse workforce to bring the best service for our client. And last but not least, I want to share about our branch life, about flexibility. You know, we understand life and work. We need a balanced life and work, and life is so busy, and it's not about where you go to, but it's about what you do. So at Fidelity, we empower our associates with technology, but also empower them to create their own goals, to work anywhere they need to fit clients' needs, to provide the best service, best planning service, best personal relationship service, right? So in summary, I would say life at Fidelity branch will bring you level of fulfillment from both personal and professional life. Next one, I'm going to cover a little bit about the career, how to build your career at Fidelity Investment Center. You can see from the left-hand side is wealth management support. I'll start with the first role as financial representative. This role is the face of Fidelity. You partner with the clients and team to provide the best service for the walk-in clients, meanwhile, but also identify the opportunities. Then you have a relationship manager role. Both relationship manager role and planning consultant role is supporting our advisors to provide the complex guidance need, proactively reach out to clients to drive quality appointments, to support interaction for client planning experience. And the middle section is, you see this is the wealth management role, the investment consultant, or the entry-level junior planner who serve for the clients who have asset level below $250,000 and provide all wide range of financial products to those clients who need that level of service. Then we can transition to financial consultant, wealth planner, and vice president and financial consultant. All these roles will combine together, will manage a book around 300, 400 clients, and with focus on building deeper planning, provide deeper planning services. And I want to specifically mention that the wealth planner role, we recently created wealth planner role. That role is served as a private trust advisor to our clients with significant wealth and complexity in going through the life stages and generations. And when I go to the last page, the last section, you look at that is coaching and management roles. We have a regional planning consultant role. This role is focused on providing all the coaching skills, support our advisor to be the best planner for our clients. And assistant branch manager, vice president branch manager, this is a branch leadership role. We will work together to create a strategy to develop branch and market, oversee the overall performance, and provide a support for our associate and team to continue to grow in order to provide the best service for our client. So I'm very happy for that. I'll transition to our next branch manager, Charlie Romero, and he is the branch manager at Tyson's Corner. He will cover our benefits. Thank you.
Hi, and again, welcome to this event. My name is Charlie Romero. I am the branch manager of the Tyson's Corner Virginia Investor Center. I've been with Fidelity for 24 years, and I manage 23 associates here in our Tyson's Corner office. I started with Fidelity right out of college, graduating from the University of Utah. I started in our Salt Lake City Regional Center and then became an advisor in Los Angeles Century City before moving to Virginia here in 2001. I'm personally committed to providing the resources to my associates that provide the best experience to our clients, and that's what I get to do each day. The topic that I'm covering is talking about benefits, so let's talk about that. Here at Fidelity, we know that our company and its health of our company is directly related to the health of our people. One thing you just need to know is that Fidelity is dedicated to being the employer of choice for financial professionals. And at Fidelity, we invest in associates in many ways. And what you see on that slide is those various ways that offers what we would consider a complete benefits offering. And that benefit offering is not just for you as associates, but it's also for your families. It's comprehensive, not just for today, but it's also comprehensive for tomorrow. A few of the highlights, market-leading retirement benefits. So Fidelity allows you to save and invest for retirement. We're a retirement company, and we understand the importance of that. So we want to make sure that you're being able to save in a meaningful way. And Fidelity gives you the opportunity to not just save for yourself, but we also offer up to 7% in 401k match and the potential to participate in profit sharing for up to 10% of your compensation. In addition, the benefits that are included, there are benefits that contribute towards retiree healthcare expenses. So these are just some of the market-leading retirement benefits that we have. Comprehensive insurance is another one. So when you think about this, Fidelity is committed to helping you protect your income, protect your personal assets, and protect you and your family. Some of the benefits that are included in there are obviously health insurance, dental, vision as well. But it's the opportunity to participate and have access to group life insurance, group liability insurance, access to legal professionals just to be able to help you protect you and your family. Another major area is award-winning health and wellness programs. So we want to be able to promote a culture that promotes healthy and balanced well-being. And that gives you access to healthcare advocates, wellness information, different programs that are led by experts to help you with whether it's weight loss, tobacco, quitting smoking, or different things like that. And so there's a whole wealth of benefits that are offered to be able to promote a healthy lifestyle. And then last but not least, it's just life programs. And so when we think about life programs, Fidelity is committed to student loan assistance. So last year, we had $38 million that was dedicated towards student loan savings for our employees. We have paid maternity and parental leave. I was the beneficiary of that. So as a father to a newborn son, I was able to take up to 6 weeks off by Fidelity. There's employee assistance programs. So again, those are, in this case, they would be professionals that you could talk to about specific events that are impacting your life, like caring for a loved one, things like that. There's commuter benefit programs here in the DC area. We are traffic ridden, as you know. So there's benefits that would promote you taking the metro or taking different public transportation. As far as being committed to you as an industry professional, Fidelity offers tuition reimbursement if you're going to go back to school and pursue a degree. In addition to that, we offer CFP or Certified Financial Planning reimbursement. So that is a benefit that Fidelity offers as well for employees that we have. So those are just some of the exciting ways that we, again, understand that your health promotes the health of Fidelity, and we want to make sure that it's a place that's worthy of your best efforts. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Alex to finish us off.
Great. Thank you, Charlie. Again, Alex Arnsmeyer here. I'm with the firm. This is coming up on my 14th year. And just like a couple others, I started right out of college at one of our regional centers in Covington, Kentucky. The thing I love about Fidelity is if you do a great job, they'll give you a new opportunity. And Fidelity has given me tons of opportunities for me to advance my career over time. And here, about 14 years in, I'm a branch manager with the firm. So they do an excellent job of training and letting you grow and making it a long-lasting career. And that's really the goal. The other thing I do want to share is Fidelity's committed to success and committed to future growth throughout the U.S. and specifically as well in the Mid-Atlantic and the D.C. area. So I'm the beneficiary of that with the new office, brand new investor center we're opening up in Arlington, Virginia. There's lots of things going on, obviously, in the industry right now, and some consolidation, other things happening. And Fidelity's committed to continuing to grow and to invest in this particular area because we have a high demand from our clients that need it. We see potential growth opportunities for us. So Fidelity's positioned exceptionally well for future growth, and we're trying to capitalize and take advantage of relationships that we have with workplace and other groups to continue to grow our footprint. So I'm really excited about that opportunity from the new office that we're going to have in Arlington. So with that, we're about to hit all the slides we wanted to from a time perspective. I'm going to turn it back over to David. He's going to talk a little bit about how to ask some questions from Q&A, and then we'll be able to address some of those questions that you have and answer those. But David, back to you.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Alex. And that was a wonderful presentation by everybody. Thank you very much. A lot of questions starting to pour in now, so we're going to just jump right into them. And Alex, I'll ask you, and then you can distribute them out to whomever you would like. But question number one we have from an audience member, and this is kind of a benefits question. But can you talk a little bit more about maybe a flexible work environment that you all are promoting? And, what does that look like there at Fidelity?
Yeah, this is Charlie Romero. I can answer that question. Again, I've been here for 24 years, so I've seen lots of different changes that Fidelity's gone through. But over the last 4 or 5 years, what we've seen is a commitment to working from anywhere. And so what that means is when I started at Fidelity, it was desktops, and you pretty much had to be here at the office. But now what Fidelity's done is Fidelity's equipped me with laptops, with iPads, with access on my phone to just different equipment to be able to, for me to be able to work from anywhere. So in that environment, I often can have one-on-ones with associates that might be in a different work location for that particular day. I've actually seen how it's benefited my employees. I've had different employees that have had certain family situations that caused them to have to go out of state to be able to care for a particular loved one, but obviously be able to still work during the day. And so they were able to take their laptop and be able to be available for customers. And as you start to look around in the industry, most places that you go to as a financial professional are going to require that, hey, I need you to be in this square office. I need you in the brick and mortar. And we absolutely have to be available to do that in most cases for our customers. But we also have the flexibility to be able to work from anywhere. And we are committed to making sure that that when we do that, it's at the not at the expense of our customers' interaction. It's not at the expense of the results, and it's not at the expense of the business need. But it has been a wonderful benefit that we've all benefited from to be able to work from anywhere.
That's great. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a great benefit for sure. Next question here, I guess, kind of centers around training. What about for folks that are maybe new to getting into the financial services industry or career changers that maybe are not already FINRA Series 7 licensed? Do you guys offer any type of training or any type of a pathway for a potential career seeker to take a look at?
Yeah, I'll jump in. It's Jess over in the Alexandria place. So, hey, yeah, we definitely do. And I say sort of like Wendy, I have a unique background of I didn't jump in straight out of college. I did a few other things. And we do, if you're looking to change your career, we have that financial representative position that Wendy spoke about, where that is that entry level face of Fidelity, where you can come in without a license. And we do help and support you to get your Series 7. Get your 63, and then moving forward, getting your Series 66 to be able to move forward in your career here at Fidelity. I will say you will have plenty of support. You will never have a lack of support here at Fidelity from. You have your branch manager coaching and training. We have field training directors that help get you up and running. We have the regional planning consultant that Wendy spoke about for working with you around how do you have these complex conversations. We do training in-house, but we also do training off-site once you get a new job and get moving through the career steps. That's one thing I will say about Fidelity coming in. If you have experience, we're certainly going to take that and run with it. But if you're coming in and this is a first job for you or career change for you, you can feel 100% confident that you're going to get all the support you need to be able to succeed here and then grow in your career here at Fidelity as well.
Very good. Thank you so much, Jessica. That was a good answer. Here's a question here, a little bit more about kind of the branch wealth management setup here. And let me find the question here real quick. And I guess maybe it's talking a little bit about the differences between the various wealth management roles, you know, from the entry level, maybe the financial consultant or wherever they start, and kind of what that pathway looks like, as well as there's another question along the lines of what type of progression, tenure, or duration does it usually take to move from one role to the next? Alex?
I could take that one.
Okay.
It's a great question. There's really no set timetable. It really depends on you, your development, and how you're growing in the career, and of course the opportunities that are out there. But we've had folks, and give you some great examples, that have come into the office with a lot of prior experience outside, and we've hired them into a role. They've obtained their licenses, and within 3 to 6 months, they've been promoted to the next role, and so on. So it really is, what I like to look at it, it's meritocracy. It's based on your individual performance and how you're doing, as well as the opportunities that are out there, but there's no set timetable.
All right, very good. Yeah, that's great to know. Next question here is, we get a lot of questions like this from candidates about Fidelity, and here's one now. Can you talk a little bit more, I think you touched upon it, about the business model and how you deliver the service, but also relative to, you know, the rest of the financial services industry, and this may tie into, you know, comp and all of that, but you know, how in general terms are financial consultants compensated, and how do you differ from a traditionally commission-based industry?
John, do you want to tackle that one?
Yeah, and then Heather, if you can come over the top if you'd like. It's base and bonus is the way that we've looked at it. And the variable compensation side, there's a lot of different components to it. A lot of it comes around our client experience, and some of it is also asset flows. And one thing that a lot of things I'm proud of, but on the compensation side, our compensation plan is designed around the clients, and we actually have it posted on Fidelity.com. So if you are interested in digging into some of the specifics, feel free to go out there, take a look at it. It's all front and center.
Very good. Yeah, I know that relative to the rest of the industry, it can be a little bit foreign to people sometime on how you all are structured. Another great question is, you know, how do you determine when you open up a new role, you know, how the book of business is given? Do you wait until you have those assets in house that need to be covered by a new advisor, or I guess tell us a little bit about that when you're determining how to allocate a book to somebody coming over?
So, and maybe everybody can jump in on that. Typically when we have, I guess I'll give this scenario of if we have somebody brand new hire like yourselves coming in, we'll start to seed your book. We've got a lot of clients that are engaged and a lot of clients that are not engaged currently. Typically, I know I could speak for the rest, and we have thousands of clients that are listed as what we would consider as unengaged clients. We'd seed the book with anywhere from 100 to 200. And as you're making those calls, engaging the clients, we have the opportunity to continue to add more folks into the book. What we've found is that by you making your phone calls out and having those conversations with clients, we get more engaged clients than rather just starting to open up the book to just 400 or 500 people in it. We want the right clients who want to be engaged with you, but we have the opportunity to put as many clients as you can handle within the books.
Yeah, that's definitely different than the rest of the industry, as you probably are well aware. So I think that's a very common question.
Yeah, what I would just say on that as well is, being the industry provider of our workplace assets, it sets us up in a really unique opportunity where we have the ability to help our clients from when they first start working all the way up until they retire. And we have different touch points through that we have the ability to engage with them. The DC metro area, as most folks know who live in the area, is a thriving economy. Whether you're looking at some of the existing businesses or some of the new ones that are coming in and establishing their corporate headquarters, we are definitely not at a loss for clients to work with here locally.
Very good. That's great. Thank you so much, John, for that answer. We have a lot of questions now kind of coming in from candidates that are outside of the Mid-Atlantic metro area. We will be sending out, I did want to know, we're going to be sending out an email here after this, and you'll be contacted with instructions on how to see what opportunities are available in your area, as well as the next steps if you do have an interest in talking with a recruiter. Right now, for the folks on the call right now, can you talk a little bit about maybe some of the open opportunities that you have available right now, or some that you anticipate coming open here maybe in the next 3 to 6 months?
Sure, Kenneth. This is Alex. I'll start off. I am still hiring for the Arlington, Virginia office. The office is scheduled to open up in about 2 months, and I've gone through and done interviews and hired the majority of the staff. But I do have an opening for the financial consultant role, and I also have an opening in our relationship manager role. And again, this will be included in some of the instructions that they send out. But Fidelity has a wonderful website. It's called Fidelity Careers, where there's a lot of great information that you can also search for other opportunities. But I am actively recruiting and looking for folks in Arlington in the financial consultant and relationship manager roles. Kick it over to see if anybody else has any other openings.
This is Jess in the Alexandria office. As well, we have a few hirings that we've gone through, but right now we do actually have one opening for the relationship manager job as well. And to answer a couple other questions, the relationship manager partners with the financial consultant on their book of business to engage those clients. So think of them a little bit like a junior planner partnering with a couple financial consultants in the office, but we currently have one opening for that. And I will kick it over to anyone else who has some openings in the area.
Yeah, so I would like to share. Okay. So in DC, Washington, D.C., downtown 1900 K Street, we're currently looking for 2 financial representatives, which is the entry level, but it's a very important level. So doesn't matter whether you have license or not, as long as you're passionate to helping people, solving the problem, support people, please let me know. Yeah, we're looking for 2 financial representatives.
Yeah, what I would say is, so we also have a leadership position that's open within the Mid-Atlantic area, specifically out in the Reston office for an assistant branch manager. But Alex referenced our Fidelity Career site. That is definitely the best place to go. Upload your resume, indicate the areas that you're interested in. Reach out to one of the branch managers here, whether it's Wendy in DC, Charlie in Tyson's Corner, myself in Reston, Alex in our new office in Arlington, or Jessica down in the Alexandria office. We have over 198 offices coast to coast, and we're actively adding more offices. Alex talked about the Arlington Investor Center. Arlington opens up March 9th. It's in a fantastic location right down in the Ballston area, right next to the mall. We're also looking to expand out into the Fairfax area, as well as to push south down the 95 in Woodbridge. So we are constantly looking to expand the footprint. So just because you don't see an active open position doesn't mean that we won't have something open in the future. So I'd highly recommend reach out to one of the branch managers, get your resume uploaded to the Fidelity Careers website, and let's start that conversation, because if we don't have a position open today, there's a really good chance through our continued growth that we'll have something open for you within the next 6 to 9 months.
Right. Thank you very much. Good point there, John.
I'll just add one thing. All of us do use LinkedIn as a great place. So if you're wondering where exactly and how exactly can you reach out to us, we're all on LinkedIn. Feel free to send me a message or any of my colleagues a message on LinkedIn if you'd like to chat a little bit further. So David, back to you.
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Alex. That's a good point. I guess kind of circling back here, we're going to just kind of popcorn around here on various topics. But can you talk a little bit about your team approach that you guys take with wealth management? Let's say if somebody's a financial consultant and they have a pretty complicated planning issue, a trust issue, maybe some insurance needs for their clients. Can you talk a little bit about how you all deliver that service, and do you work in a team, and what kind of resources can an advisor pull from to help deliver those services to a client?
Yeah, I can answer that one real quick, and then I know other folks can as well. But I think that really goes when I think about who Fidelity is and the focus that we put on our individual employees, our people. And that goes to the support. So you're not on an island. Our advisors, we're supported by a team of specialists, whether they're local or they're in our regional phone sites. So for that question, if it's a trust individual, we're actually in the process of hiring somebody local in the DC area who's going to be sitting in Tyson's Corner that would be able to help us with that. If the question is around a complicated insurance solution, we have folks regionally as well as folks locally who visit our office that could help sit down with our clients. We believe really in training the associates here. So as an advisor here with Fidelity, you'll be exposed to training in branch that will help you answer those questions. But if you get a little bit over your skis, we have resources available locally as well as regionally that will come in and talk with their clients and help them out.
Okay.
Perfect. And I'll chime in as well. So we can do a couple different analogies. I'll go with the doctor. Think of yourself as that general practitioner. You've got a lot of specialists all around you. So those specialists, to John's point, if you have an insurance question, we have someone who's dedicated to helping each office around any insurance questions. If it's around our managed accounts and what we can do and different ways that we can help clients, we have a specific person who supports our office in that. We have a specific estate attorney that we partner with in each office as well. So you can bring in all of these resources depending on what the clients need and what they're looking for and the additional sets of eyes that we need. And then I'd say on top of that, you have your regional planning consultant who think of them almost as the jack of all trades, as your coach and your partner in creating these plans, bringing all of that together in order to build and create the best plan possible and answer any question they have. And then if there's questions clients have that aren't part of what Fidelity maybe offers, like that tactical management, we do partner with different registered investment advisors on our platform that we can then pair up with too. So at the end of the day, we can help clients with anything that they need, whether it's in-house or through a referral source of some sort.
Yeah, I think of, I was just going to say, I think of when you're here as an advisor, we lead with planning. But that also means we have those specialists. Like I could think of the individuals who are those heavy stock traders. We have an individual as well who comes to the offices. In fact, one of them's here today, and we'll talk to your clients that are interested in those stock traders. So as we specialize as a generalist, as Jess said, it's really through the planning process, but we have lots of different specialists that can come in and answer all of your clients' questions for you.
Very good. That sounds like a great model and a great team approach there. We're kind of coming down to the end here. We've got a lot of questions here that are kind of along the same theme, and we're going to go ahead and answer as many of those. Well, we'll answer all of those after the live event here, but just from a time standpoint, I don't think we're going to be able to get to all of these, but I just wanted to ask the group here in closing, if you'd like to share any final thoughts before we close out today's webinar.
And this is Alex. I'd like to thank everybody for joining. I think Fidelity is a great employer, and a lot of things going on right now within the industry. As I mentioned, there's really no better place to be. There's no place I'd rather be. Fidelity has really structured itself to be smart and think forward thinking about what's the future look like, what's the business landscape look like, and how are we positioned to take advantage of that. That helps our clients, that obviously helps Fidelity, and that helps all our employees. I do believe Fidelity really values our employees. They're our most valuable asset. And so it's really important that we get great people to work here that have integrity, and the firm has taken care of some of the planning necessary to make sure that you're successful. So I'm extremely happy, excited, and confident to be working here with Fidelity. Turn it over. Anybody else have final comments?
Yeah, I'll add in, I've been here for 26 years, started as a college intern. A couple things that I'm really proud of that I think distinguishes Fidelity. One, the ability to grow your career, that professional growth and the achievement. Our employees are absolutely number one in the eyes of our leadership team, and the development there. The business model, we talked a little bit about the Fidelity Advantage. You truly don't know it until you start working here. The opportunities that are in front of you that are created because of all of the different business units that Fidelity touches, whether it's through stock plan, whether it's through our workplace side. The culture, we kind of hit on the culture a little bit. Wendy talked about it. We have a phenomenal culture, team-based. Everybody wins. We're all striving towards that. The culture really separates us. The offerings that Jess mentioned, the different products and services that we have out there, and also, the total rewards and the compensation packages that we offer are extremely competitive. You round that all out, and I think that's really what differentiates Fidelity above everybody else, and why I've been here personally for 26 years.
Well, as I shared that earlier, I came from very different background. I was born and raised in China, all the way come to Fidelity as front counter financial representative, entry level, with all the intention to just for knowing this probably going to be short term for my career growth. But, looking at the screen right now, John, Jazz, Charlie, and Alex, for the past 9 years, every single person helped me to grow to be who I am today without knowing who I will be. This is because the people around me make me feel like this is the place I can feel the sense of fulfillment, the support, the safe environment. I can be who I am authentically. So I would say I really enjoy time to connect with everyone. Fidelity is a place that for many, many people see not just a job, but as a place to grow professionally and personally.
That's great. Anyone else would like to add in? All right, well, good. Well, I thank you. I want to thank everybody for today's presentation. Alex, Charlie, Jessica, Wendy, and John, you guys did a fabulous job of articulating the value proposition at Fidelity, as well as representing the Mid-Atlantic region there. It was very good. For the attendees on the webinar today, I'd like to thank each of you for your time. We try to keep these right under an hour, and it looks like we're going to hit that, but I know you all are very busy, and we appreciate you listening in. We are going to follow up with each and every one of you with an email with next steps. So if you have any questions at all, if you need anything, or if you'd like to talk with Fidelity further about these opportunities, you're going to have the opportunity to do so. Keep an eye out. We should have an email to you by the end of business today. So again, thank you so much for your time. Thank each of you on the panel today for your time. And we appreciate you and hope that everybody has a great rest of the week. And we look forward to talking with you again soon. Thanks so much. And that concludes today's featured webinar. Goodbye.